It's time for Bravo with Sheila, a place to be enlightened, a place to be built up, and always a place to remember that when nothing changes, nothing changes. Hello, 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 hello. There go the shoulders. There you go, girl. Listen, welcome to Bravo with Sheila Network. We are happy that you are here tonight. I am so happy. Rain, rain, go away. Sheila wants to go and play. Oh my God. The rain, the rain, the rain. And it's not through. It has a part two that's going to hit us tomorrow and the next day. Listen. Over here in the East Coast, in these New York East Coast streets, it is storming and raining. But guess what? We are here. Happy to be here. Hope that you are well. Take that right hand, left hand, give yourself a bravo. Wherever you need encouragement, go ahead. Touch your heart, your mind, your soul. Wherever you need a bravo, and you do not need permission. I said it. You don't need permission. Just go ahead and give yourself a bravo. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are happy that you are here. I got my girl in the house. I got my girl, Laquita Marie. Chef Laquita. Doop, boop, boop. Yes, she is in the house, and we are happy to be here once again. You know, she stops by once a month and she gives us nutritional tips. She tells us about healthy eating. This broadcast is for informational purposes only, but we are getting ready to rock out. How are you doing, my sister?
Hello, hello. I'm doing just great. How are you tonight, Sheila? So good
I
to be
am.
here.
I am well. I am well. I am a little tired, but I'm here. I'm here. That's the point. We are here.
Hey, well, you know what? We are all here tonight. It's so good to see everybody out there in the chat room. The people that cook are obviously here. I see them in the chat coming through.
They
The folks that
coming in.
cook.
And you know your
So,
folks. You know how they are.
so that's the way you do it. Hey there, DJ Vince Rockin'. So happy to have you here because y'all, spring's in the air, and I have so many real foods to share with you. I'm going to make not avocado toast live because I ain't making no toast. I'm making guacamole live. Okay. You know, I make this all the time, guacamole, and it's so versatile. It goes, let's just say this. I use it for avocado toast. I do eat it off the spoon occasionally, but I use it for avocado toast. I use it for chips and dip. So that's my dip. I also frequently use it as a sandwich spread. But avocado is one of those fruits that it's supposed to only be in season certain times. And spring, it's such a refreshing food though. So
Mhm.
I feel like it fits tonight's theme. Spring is in the air. So
Yes.
tonight I'm going to be talking about this basket of food because I didn't do anything special tonight. However, I did grab whatever real food I could find in my home, and I did not get the bananas because I do have some of those. And there were just a few other things that I had real food in my house. So we're going to be talking about that because yeah, like a lot of people aren't eating whole food, and y'all,
Yeah.
even the food that's kind of wilted, like this cilantro I got last week, and it's still kind of fresh. Like if you don't see yellow, it's still good. So I'm going to be using that. And this is the processed food in my bowl, this salt, this Himalayan salt. It's in a
Oh,
nutmeg bottle, but this Himalayan salt. So I'm really excited to be here tonight because, oh my goodness, food is my favorite thing. And not just because I love to eat it, but because of what it does for us. It just nourishes us in so many ways. And that's really important because a lot of us, we don't know that. We just don't know that real food, not the processed foods that we're just chewing and swallowing and it's cheesy and
yeah,
greasy.
yeah.
If it's cheesy and it's greasy, y'all, I don't want to step on anybody's toes because I had a family member recently tell me, we don't want to hear that. We feel like you judging us. Stop
Oh,
telling us. We don't want to hear nothing about that. You be talking about food all the time. And I was like, if the shoe fits, that's not what I'm doing. I'm just letting you know what's
right,
going on here. I
right.
do a lot of research and I just feel like we can do a lot better for ourselves because you know how the more you learn about simple
Yeah,
things, like Sheila, you're so beautiful, right? And I have a feeling that those glasses were not your first pick. I feel like you have studied eyeglasses and you have figured out what's fashionable, what's cute, what works for your face, right? And
yeah.
so you didn't just go out and pick the first pair. You did some research, you did some study.
True,
Good. I mean, you tell
true.
me. I don't know.
No, that's correct. That's correct. Being able to try something different that you can benefit by, whether it's something that makes you look good, feel good, and
Mhm.
eating the way that you're talking about it is really something important. And a lot of folks talk about, well, I'm so used to eating this, I grew up on this is what I had in my family. But once you educate it, you be like, wait a minute, they've been cooking all the nutrients out of the string beans, the green beans. So let me see if I can saute and taste them with garlic and this and that. And you'd be like, wow, this is a whole new way of eating. And I know it's a gradual thing. People, do it gradually.
Yeah.
It's
You know
not,
what
sometimes
though?
I say, don't cold turkey, just in a week, stop doing maybe two of the things that you've been doing. And then, don't try to just cold turkey because it's overwhelming and you won't succeed.
Yeah, you know what? I don't even tell people that because I feel like
Hmm.
anything that you want to do, you're going to do. Like, for example, nobody. Oops, I'm sorry, Bronze Flat Power God. I've tried to put in your name. I hit the enter too quickly before I said hello, because I was just typing in the chat. But here's the thing that I feel: people say do things gradually, right? But when your parents taught you how to brush your teeth,
Hmm.
they just did it every day. They didn't say, "Imma just brush this one tooth because you only have one." They brushed all the teeth you had because they was like, "Let's brush your teeth and your gums." Like,
Right.
when you had that first tooth, they was moving that toothbrush all around. The other thing is this, as when you're in how people always talk about eating that, ramen noodle in college, right? While we're
Yeah.
talking, I'm just gonna juice this, lime because I like limes more than lemons, and juicing is where I just rub it and, roll it and press it so I can kinda, like, release the juices. Um,
Yeah.
so anyways, people like to talk about, "Oh, Lord knows when I was broke and in college, I had ramen, and then I graduated to steak," right?
Hmm.
So, they like to talk about those things, and if you think about it, it was sort of gradual, but it wasn't intentionally gradual. It was
Yeah.
mainly because they were broke.
Yeah.
They wanted steak from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
just couldn't afford it. So really my thing is your body wants the best
Yeah.
from the beginning. So
True.
why gradually give yourself, gooder and gooder food? Go for the gold right from the
Yeah.
beginning.
I
These
think it's the mindset. I think that it's the mindset. Like you said, when you're ready to transition, you get all in. But then you have a group of people that they have to change their way of thinking and their mindset to
they ain't
know,
gotta change. Look, they ain't gotta
they
change.
won't do it though. The behavior blocks what they need to do. So that behavior has to change. It has to line up with the thoughts.
That's one way to look at it. But the topic tonight is spring is in the air. So that means things are new, things are fresh, things are popping. Because let me tell you,
Hmm.
that's what's popping. Whatever's new, whatever's in the air, TWP popcorn would say that. That's what's popping. Whatever, y'all, I'm gonna juice this by using my thumb because when I use the juicer, it doesn't ever squeeze out enough juice. So I wash my hands too. So here's the thing, when you want to do something, you really don't have to change your mind. You know how you see something that somebody has and you just want it, and you're like, you don't have to change your mind. You don't have to gradually work yourself in it. When you first see a Cadillac, You want that whole hog. You don't want just the leather seats. You don't
That's
want
true.
I remember sitting in the back of a Cadillac, and I guess I was so young, I was like, "Wow, this is like a couch," you know?
Yeah.
And I didn't have to gradually want or change my mind or adjust. So that's all I'm saying,
But food is a stronghold, Laquita. Wouldn't you agree?
no. Mm-mm. Okay, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. You know what? It's like music, all right? DJ ears can relate to this. It's just like good music. When you hear something that's good, you just automatically, you know how babies start dancing as soon as they hear music?
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
to me, food is like that too. When you give babies food, they start opening their mouth, they start grabbing your hand, they start fighting real hard. It ain't no stronghold. And the reason why I say that is because if it's good, it's good. So now let me show y'all how much juice I've gotten from this lime, by the way. Y'all know some
Okay.
people use limes as deodorant. Like you literally just rub the lime under your armpits and it keeps you fresh.
That's it. Lime.
Yeah, yeah. You can do now I'm gonna show you. This is really, really empty now. I'm gonna catch the light so I
Oh,
can kind of
see.
show y'all how
Let me
you see
pull
how
it
I
up.
kind
Let
of
me
got it
pull
all
you
the way
up.
down to the quick. Mm-hmm. Let me turn it this way. You see what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gone. And then look at how much juice I got from that as well. That's a lot. That's just half of the
Oh,
lime.
wow. Yeah.
You see what I mean? I'm trying to hold it straight. What's wrong with my hand? Lord.
No, I
Now,
see. Yeah.
then with the other half of the lime, you can use that if you want to. I'm just going to chop up a small onion. I'm going to show y'all some of the onions in my bowl here because I told you I have a bowl of
You
this
have
is
a
the
bowl.
food I
It's a
always have in
beautiful
my house.
bowl.
You said that again?
Beautiful bowl.
Oh, thank you.
It's
My nonprofit Atumpan Entertainment is a cultural entertainment platform where we educate with world music, folklore, and dance. And over the years, I've collected so many things from different African cultures, American cultures, but African cultures as well. And this particular bowl is one that I've gotten over the years. And I can't remember if this one was from Tanzania. Like I usually remember all the details. No, Senegal, Senegal. This is a
so
Senegalese one design. And so this
nice.
is one that's in my kitchen. So I have things like this all over the house because we just, when you have so many of the same things, same types, when you got so many of anything, you got to start using it just for decoration, just for real
Yep.
life.
That's right, but I think that all of the fruits and everything inside of it looks really nice in that bowl. But
Thank you.
TWP Popcorn says that try the lime in the winter. No pressure on the new system.
Okay, okay. Now that's it. You know what? I use lime all year long, so that's a really good point. These particular oranges, y'all know, in the spring, the best oranges are available. Okay, try to get the ones with the seeds if you can.
Of
That's the,
course.
that's the best way. But this time of year, people are thinking fresh foods like potato salad. Oh my
Hmm.
goodness, that's one of my favorite foods. And in my potato salad, I put in potatoes, rutabaga, and sweet potatoes. Those are the three potatoes I typically put in all year
Hmm.
round, whether or not I'm making potato salad in the summer or the winter. I'm just showing these two different size of onions because this one is a little bit bigger. But for this guacamole, I'm using the smallest one because I'm going to use the whole thing.
Okay.
So, hey, Von Eric, hey, we got the music man in the house.
The music
Okay.
man. Yeah.
So, I really I want to talk about this stronghold because, like you said, food has a stronghold, doesn't it? And I'm like, no excuses, y'all. So as I chop this onion, I'm gonna put it into the lime so that it gets a chance to sit in there for a few minutes because that'll take the bite off of it so that it doesn't stay on your breath as long. It makes the onion a little bit more, gives it a more of a pickle flavor, of course, with that lime juice or lemon, depending on what you're using. But what I was going to say about this food having a stronghold on us is that, once you know what something does, you don't need it doesn't have a stronghold on you anymore because what happens is like I was talking about your glasses, for example. Once you realize what style of glasses that really make you look great all the time, Sheila,
Hmm. Hmm.
your first thing was no longer what does it cost. It was first like, well, what is the style? What is the size? What are the colors? And then the bottom line comes later because we all know that glasses can be very expensive. I don't even wear glasses and I know that, but you can tell me. I mean, maybe they've come down. You tell me, how do glasses work?
No, it depends. First of all, it depends on your prescription. If they're prescription glasses, that has skyrocketed like never before. The medicine in your lenses is, I mean, forget it. You could pay
Right.
up to three, four, $500 for a pair of glasses. The frames
Wow.
are very
Really?
expensive. Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so that's why you look so good because you're like, if I'm gonna pay this much, and
No, but I find a way to kind of cut those corners and find other places, because I think it's crazy because I have so many glasses and I love glasses and I'm paying them 500 a clip for a pair of glasses. And again, if they have medicine in them, the lenses cost a lot,
right.
so, I try to just work around that and get some of them for style and some of them for reading. So it's a
Mm,
mixture for me. It's a blend, but you're
got it.
you're correct. Things have changed, well, drastically with everything. But glasses today are so very expensive, and people who have like different things wrong with their eyes and have problems, they have to pay extra to get that
Show the poster,
medicine put
please.
in. Yeah. All right.
I
Let me
want to
put
just
that.
show that I've cut this very small,
You
fairly
did.
small. And this, I'm going to put my hand under. No, I'm going to just put this container. That way, if any falls, it falls into the container.
Yeah.
I did chop these sort of finely, so that way
Mhm.
you all can see. But it doesn't have to be very small. I'm just
Mhm.
showing you this while you talk about these glasses because I'm
Yeah.
going to answer Von Eric's question about asthma, foods for asthma.
Yeah. I was
This
gonna pull
time,
it up for you.
this time of year with allergies and asthma, you people sometimes get them confused. But I do want to go back just to finish up what you were saying about your
Okay.
eyeglasses
Okay.
and the style and all of those different things. So this is where I didn't realize it was that expensive, but what I did notice is that you do have several, glasses. Like I've seen you in different colors, different
Mhm.
styles, and so I noticed
Mhm.
that about you. Like, okay, I see you, sis. Come through.
Yeah.
Uh, and so I say that because again, let me ask you this question. You were asking me, what can we do about some of these vices? And to let y'all know, I'm not going to get cut because I'm using my favorite Cutco knife. Y'all know I got to mention
That's
my knife.
right.
I had this knife for 20 years. So when I used to cut meat with it, it used to work. It still works with
It
vegetable meat.
still works.
Yes. So, anyways, when you first started buying your own glasses and taking that expense on yourself, what
Hmm.
was your first concern? Was it something that you had to work into, like you were saying about the food? Like,
Well, the first concern when I had to start wearing glasses was like, wow, this is altered. I'm not used to this. Why do I need glasses? I have to wear glasses. And so I didn't know how I would look with glasses and if I wanted to not wear them and just to not wear them, And then it got to a point where
no, no,
when
no,
you,
wait, stop. Not you didn't want to wear them just to not wear them.
I didn't
You were
want to wear them
about
because it changed your whole look. It was
you had to worry
something
about being
new.
cute. Girl, just say it. You had to stay cute.
I didn't know. I didn't think that glasses made you look whatever. It's just that when you grow up and don't have to wear them, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you need glasses. You're like, wait, where did that come from? You,
So you
you
didn't
know,
wear them until you were older, like an adult,
right,
into
right.
adulthood. I
When
see.
I
It
was
wasn't a childhood
right,
thing.
it wasn't a no, it wasn't a childhood thing. And then when I started driving, because trying not to wear them, I could walk around and look, but driving, I couldn't see the signs. I
You about to
couldn't
kill
so
somebody,
I
about to
I
go down
had to
there.
yeah, I had to do what I had to do. And then it shifted again. Like when I got older, then I couldn't see close up. I'm like, what is this? Like they said, "Oh, your eyes are changing." I said, "What do you mean they're changing?" "Oh, you're nearsighted now. You're not farsighted." I'm like, whatever. So that's when I kept saying, "Well, if I have to wear glasses, then I'm going to find nice glasses. I'm going to find
Right,
something that I feel comfortable in that complements how I dress and also my personality, right? Because glasses is about personality.
right, right.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's a good so you really make a good point that I feel like we can really correlate with food because like you're saying, you did kind of have to gradually work into it. But you also learned more about it. And this kind of goes back to my point of once like you said, I know that I can't drive safely at night without these. So I'm gonna
right.
do it. So
Right.
once you learn certain things, and you don't just believe in it, you didn't. It's not something you just heard or read an article about,
Right.
but you know it.
I'm experiencing it. Yes.
Exactly. Yes. Once you've experienced things, then you kind of know them. So I'm just going to show you here. I've got those onions right there in the lime. I'm going to put the
I
lid
see
on
it.
that. So once you know it, then say for example, you don't have to gradually go into it. Because for
No.
you, I'm sure you started to realize like there's no question about it. So back to his question about
Asthma.
Vonner's question about
Let me put
asthma.
it up.
Hmm.
There it is. Hi, Von Eric. Nice to see you.
Hello. It is nice to see you, Anya Nia. So glad to see you as well. And I
Hi,
do love those
Nia.
classes on you too, Sheila.
Thank
The
you.
same way that Anya Nia said. So this is the thing. Asthma, right? Which foods help asthma? Let's first talk about some of the foods that help. All of these foods in this basket, any real food is going to help simply because of the antioxidants in real food. So I will say that. So I always say ditch the dairy. It's not just me saying it though, because y'all, I study so many different doctors. So I studied the paleo diet, the carnivore diets. If y'all want to find out about carnivore, follow Dr. Ken Berry. He has
Mm,
such great perspective, such great people that he interviews. And y'all always hear me just talk about plants. But listen, I told y'all I used to eat pork chops and chew the fat and enjoy it. Okay. I still enjoy the fatty flavor, like the fatty texture. I had some
yeah.
nice mushrooms the other day, and I swore I was eating the fat on oxtails because I just love oxtails because of the fat. Like I'm that
Uh,
fatty person. I love to chew the fat. So what I'm saying though is that uh, when I when I found out that the carnivore people were saying the same thing as the vegan people and saying the same thing as the paleo people, all
mm,
of them were saying ditch the dairy because that is an issue. Now, when I say dairy, those are issues for asthma. That's what I'm trying to say. They all say the same thing, ditch the dairy. I'm going to put a little bit more lime just so that it can cover my onions a little bit better.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
So when you
uh,
say dairy, you mean all dairy products.
okay, let me tell you what I mean. Hold on a second, because I'm going, oh, I look cute and fuzzy. Girl, move
Yeah.
so your camera can get fuzzy. You're gonna get cuter. Remember how you used to get that life touch effect?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
the cool pictures they would make you fuzzy?
Look at and they say chew the fat and spit out the bones.
Look, do that, right? So here's the thing. When I say dairy, I'm talking about butter, cheese. I'm
Oh,
talking about sliced cheese,
oh,
shredded cheese, cream cheese, sour cream.
mm.
Um, and the thing is, a lot of those, oh, I'm also mainly talking about casein and whey also, because those are hidden in a lot of foods. Casein and whey,
What's
it's
that
just
again?
casein, Casein, and whey,
And
WHE.
whey.
So I'm going to put this back up here and I'll probably come back into
Okay,
focus.
I see it. Mm-hmm.
All right. So casein and whey are in different foods. Those are parts of milk, excuse me. So this is where you want to look at all of your ingredients because a lot of people will say, but I don't drink animal milk anymore. I switched that over to non dairy and I really don't eat that much cheese and my asthma is
Mm-hmm.
still out of control. Check your labels because whey, Little Miss Muffet sat on her toughest. She was eating curds and whey. Those are both byproducts of milk. We don't want that.
Mm,
Those are the
mm.
allergens. So even bread, when I look at a package of bread, I just look at the list of ingredients and look at the bottom. It will say allergens. It might say wheat, soy, milk, um, those are the three main ones. Wheat, soy, and milk are the three major allergens
Mm-hmm.
that you will see in different places. And a lot of people nowadays are saying, even try gluten free if you're having issues with asthma, not because
Mm.
of just the way that the wheat is processed, but I think I've talked about this before, y'all. It's the glyphosates, the pesticides. Okay,
Mm.
glyphosate
Okay.
is Roundup. Let's just say Roundup. You know how you spray your plants in the yard with Roundup?
Mm.
That's glyphosate. It's the same thing. So
Oh.
you can spray it on your grass, you can spray it on your food to in your garden. It's the same product under a different name. So like that's like the trade name, the generic name. That's what's affecting our food. But if you are eating, this is one thing I tell people. If you're eating a sandwich, add lettuce to it. I use purple cabbage a lot of times because it will hold up, it won't wilt. So a
Hmm.
lot of times I'll slice, just some strips of purple cabbage and boom, there it is. Garlic is great. Garlic has a lot of antioxidants and healing properties, and so do onions. So when you're trying to reduce your inflammation, all real food that grows from the ground has fiber and antioxidants. Those antioxidants are going to reduce those allergens. So even if you are eating meat, try to not eat processed because this is a huge thing across all
Mm.
diets as well. When I say processed, if you're going to eat chicken, make sure there's a bone. If you're going to eat beef, the same thing. Because let's say if you eat a slice of turkey meat or a slice of chicken deli meat or whatever, there could be 45 million different chickens pressed together, shaken down, and running over. Okay, we
That's
don't
true.
want we don't want that. And then they've been gelled back together with all the glues. When I say glue, guar gum, the
Yeah.
soy lecithins and emulsifiers. So now it's processed and it's ultra processed, and it's an inflammatory agent, which is going to show up in your mucous membranes and your lungs.
Hmm.
It's going
Right. Yes.
where that happens. So that's where if you're and if you are going to eat one of those sandwiches, that's where you need to add as many things as you can: sweet peppers, pickles, fresh onions, lettuce, and tomato, because you already
Mm.
eaten, something that's ultra processed. And then the bread, who knows? Subway bread, they can't even call it bread no more. I
Oh
don't
my
know.
God, it's terrible, right?
Yeah. I found out that sourdough bread is one of the best. Sourdough, rye, KT the Arch Degree talks about those two, sourdough and rye being two of the best. Like instead of going to the multi-grain this and that, get sourdough, and of course pumpernickel, that black bread.
The black, my mother used to love that bread.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're minimally processed, and so that's why you're going for that. Because I'm telling you, the carnivore people, the paleo people, the vegan people, the vegetarian people, all of them are telling us that the processed food is taking us out. It's taking us down. Um, do you
Yeah.
have any questions for me, Sheila?
No, as you're talking, there's so many restaurants I was watching here in New York.
Hmm.
So many healthy restaurants are popping up. I'm telling you, they are learning how to make
Right.
this food, not just vegan, but just without soy and just mushrooms and these restaurants are popping up. This is one restaurant in Harlem, and I've been going there for years and years and years. And when you go in there and you just stand there, so much good food, you don't know which one to really pick because it's so healthy.
Hmm.
And you know what you're doing, and that's why I mean I know once I changed my diet, my whole makeup, digestion changed. My
Yeah, for the better.
system, my stomach used to always be messed up and gassy, and it was terrible, terrible. And then I got struck with something, from my diet years ago, years ago, that I didn't know how I got that, but it was from diet and lack
So wait a
of
minute. You got something.
fiber, lack of fiber. They had said it was diverticulitis, and the doctors was like, well, you're actually too young for that. You're just too young.
Child,
And
wait. They are finding plaque in the hearts of toddlers, in the arteries and vessels of toddlers nowadays because of the processed foods. And like you're saying, processed foods don't have as much fiber. So that makes sense. Oh, you're so welcome, Von Eric. And you see, speaking of queens, you see, we got another queen in the house too.
yeah, we
Dawn B. I see her in
got
there.
my niece in the house. Hey niece, how are you? So good to see you. Dawn B is in the house Thursday night in these YouTube streets. Bravo with Sheila, 7 p.m. Tune in this Thursday, right?
Hmm.
7 p.m. But yeah, the processed food, and when you're growing up, you don't know, and they put all this crap in inner cities, right? They use the
Wait a minute, child. It's everywhere. Speaking of which, some of that cilantro, I'm just gonna put some of that in here because cilantro is a popular thing to add to uh guacamole as well. You know
Mhm.
what though? That thing about the inner city processing, it's all over now. Like
I know,
it,
but back in the day, Laquita, it
yeah,
wasn't really as bad as it is now. And even
yeah.
though it was like that back in the day, at least where I was growing up in the inner cities of Harlem, right?
Okay.
In those stores, they would put in whatever they could, the worst of worst, right? We weren't privy to stuff grown from the garden. And, in the South, you can still have some type of quality from the cows and back then. But now it's so bad now that people have to understand that so much stuff is processed. They had this show on Netflix. I can't remember the name of it,
Hmm.
and it showed how everything that we eat, how it is processed and what is put in it. That's a beautiful avocado
You know
there.
what? We forgot to pray that this came from a two-parent avocado home that was safe and happy and healthy, but it worked out.
Yes, yes, that's a beautiful one. I had a whole avocado today, this afternoon. I made me a nice sandwich with tomato and avocado. And I love bacon, but I haven't eaten pork in over 50 something years. So
Hmm.
I was like, I found all of this what do you call it, the plant based. And I had, the link, not the link, the app that I told you about with the carrot on it. What's the name of
Another
the
good
app?
one.
What's the app I told you about? And oh, that one's good. And
Yeah,
when
another
you
one.
go in the store and you put this app on your food that you normally buy, the app I told you about,
I
Laquita.
know, and I'm trying to remember because
I'm looking at it now. It is
I want to say I downloaded it, and I
yeah,
don't think.
but it's yeah, didn't you? I mean, in some of this stuff that I was eating, the
Mm.
Yuka app, and you take this app inside of the store. I don't know if you guys can see the app, and you see all those things that I have swiped. And every time now in the store, I'll swipe it, and things that I've been buying that I thought was great plant based, it's like poor. I'm like, what do you mean poor? Like,
Well, let me
yeah,
ask you this. Okay, because this is where whether you have the app or not, this is why I just tell people, you know what? Did it grow from the ground? Does it look like, can you still see what it was? Like if it's in the package, like say for example, cake mix, it's you can't even see through that box. You know what I mean?
right.
When you buy potato chips and stuff, most of the time you cannot see into those bags at
Right.
all.
Yeah,
So
but that I hear what you're saying. But what I love about the app is once you scan whatever it is you're buying, if it's not a produce like that. For instance, I was eating the Beyond Chicken fillet, right, and I thought that that was fine. So when I hit the app,
but
it says adjectives 5, sodium 440, and but then it has good protein, good fiber, low sugar, 1 gram of sugar, but it's saying it's 42 over 100. Then what it does at the bottom, it gives you an alternative, which is impossible. The impossible meat is 75 over 100. So although they're both the same kind of tasting product, one of
mhm,
them is made so much different than the other. So this is why I love the
the
app,
Yuka app.
because for your children, for whatever. I mean,
It's
every
a
you
quick
see,
reference.
listen, you in the supermarket, you be like, wait, you pull your app out and you scan it. You just hit the scan here, and it go on the barcode. It go boop boop boop, and it tells you everything. Then it suggests to you
And
the
wait a minute,
better
that's
product.
YUKA for people that are trying to figure out which app this is.
This is
YUKA.
yucca, yucca. Yes, and I was so shocked when I looked at some of these things. Like I bought the organic tomato basil soup, and it says, "Oh, that's good. That's 70 over 100." And then I picked another one. It was poor. It didn't even give you. So it gives you at least that kind of middle ground to see what you're eating and buying, and then it
So this
offers
way,
you. Hmm.
what you're saying is some of the stuff, and y'all, look, spring, like I said, spring is in the air. Everybody trying to move a little faster, and we're getting out of this winter mode. And so sometimes we need conveniences. And so for some of these convenience foods, it's like, look, I know this is processed, but let me get the best of the worst.
There you
And
go.
boom.
Exactly,
Because I'm a
exactly.
fan of that. Like literally, I buy processed stuff. I buy ultra processed stuff. So it's no big deal to definitely get those things. But like you're saying, how do I know which one is
How,
worse, which one is better?
exactly. You know which one shocked me though? I love orange
Like,
juice, and when I can't get it freshly squeezed, like I'll buy fresh squeezed orange juice, which we know is like expensive, but I'd rather drink freshly squeezed if I'm not doing it myself. And I was so in love with simply orange juice, and my daughter called me from
no,
California,
girl, don't
Mom,
do it. I found out
stop
about it.
eating that simply. Wait. So I went in the store and put my Yuka app on it. And it says orange juices right here. It says not even poor. It says bad. It's a red
Child.
circle. And so when you tap it, it's like so bad that they
Isn't it
don't even
crazy?
give you.
That's what I'm saying. This marketing has been telling us tales. So that's one where, like you're saying, the Yuka app is a really good one when we're looking for better alternatives because when
Right.
Simply came out, they really marketed themselves as the best, the premium, the really good quality stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, Black Guns and Gardens is here too. Oh, we got the whole crew. Now see,
The
Black Guns
crew.
and Gardens probably don't need a Yuka app. YUKA, y'all. If y'all are looking for this app that helps you just scan your food in the grocery store to figure out the best of the worst, the best of the best.
Yes, that's
Boom.
it.
Yeah. So good to
It's a
see you
free
all.
download. Free download.
You say that again?
It's a free download.
And it's free, right? So, this is one of the reasons why I like making this particular item. I
I
wish I
am
had
looking
that
at
Yuka
that.
app to scan. It's not even done yet, but it's just about done because it's so simple. I wish I had that Yuka app to scan. In the store, they did have prepared guacamole in there. And
Oh, that would be interesting to see.
I know because that thing, number one, it was like $6 for a container about this size or smaller. I think that container was definitely smaller than this. $6. And I don't know what was in there, but I'm sure there were some
I'm sure that
processed
I know
meat.
when you go back, you're gonna scan it. You're gonna be so tempted to like
I
really
will.
see
I will.
and
Because
see all the things.
then it'll make sense to just pick up the avocado, y'all. Like, as you
Absolutely.
see, avocados are super easy to process. All you do is just scoop out the inside. I don't do anything fancy. I just use this. I was using the knife. My daughter just brought me a spoon. And pretty much the only ingredients I put into my guacamole is what most people do, which is avocado, salt. Some people just do avocado and salt. I do onions, uh, and I do a little salsa. I cheat. Now this is where the processing come in, and it's a cheap
Okay.
salsa, y'all. This is a dirt cheap one. Bottom, right bottom. Vine Ripe is not a expensive or high quality salsa. It's 99 cents at Kroger.
Okay.
Come on now. But meanwhile, like I said, y'all, do the best you can with what you have. And you know what? I need to scan. I wonder. Oh, let's do this. Do you think if I put the barcode up that you could scan this barcode right now? Do you think it might work? You want to try it?
Oh no, we
Let's
can
try it,
see.
y'all. Look, we got
Okay.
to try this stuff live because I keep telling y'all this is the rock bottom, low quality, bottom shelf type of
Let's
sauce.
see. Hold it up.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna put
Let's
it
see
close
if
to the
it'll work.
screen.
Put it to the screen and I'm gonna put it. Let's see if I can get it. Ah, it's not gonna let us.
Hold on, wait.
It's
Let me
not
take
gonna
that
let us.
glare off. Try it now.
Oh, yes, it did. It says, oh my God, this is awesome. It says mild. It says 54 over 100. It's good. They have good under it. It's green and it says mild 54 over 100. Yes.
Hey, I gotta drop it. Put it back on the big screen because I gotta drop it. Let me tell you,
Wait, wait, wait,
I
wait,
gotta,
wait.
I gotta show y'all. I gotta show off these knees
You're
because
gonna show. Uh oh. Uh
you
oh.
know
You get ready.
when
You
some,
gonna ready to drop. You get ready to drop. You get
when
ready to do a
something
drop,
good
drop. You
happens,
get ready to drop, drop.
I got to. Y'all, because I've been telling y'all this is the cheapest salsa you can get. It's only 99 cents. I said the same thing on Anania. Wow.
Yes, look at
99
that. So
cents,
you'd
y'all.
be surprised which one they give, like really. And let me open it up and see what they say.
Oh,
No
okay.
adjectives, no hazardous substances, calories, 10 calories, no saturated fat, it's zero, sugar, 1 gram, sodium, they have too much sodium. That's the only red dot on this. That's the
Right.
only thing. That's what took it down to 54 over 100. That is so funny. You think the cheapest thing is the worst, and it's not. Look at that.
See?
Amazing.
See? That's what I'm talking about. All
Yeah,
right.
and I'm so glad that it worked.
Look, so y'all see this Yuka app. Look, spring is in the air. Y'all have no more excuses. Look, get me on the big screen when you can, because I see Anania already has the dance thing there. Y'all know I brag about my knees
Go ahead
because
back there and do your thing.
I
You were
always
on the
talk
big
about
screen.
yeah, I always talk about when you eat fruits and vegetables, this is what it does for you. Okay, all you got to do is wait. You got
Hold
to
on. Where
drag me.
you
Yeah,
go?
drag me over there. Put it back on the other screen and just click on
Which
my little
one?
screen. Go back to the way you had it. That layout. No, no, no. The other layout where I was little and you were big.
Oh, okay.
And then click on me and just drag me over. Hey, I got dragged on Sheila's Bravo. All right, y'all. So now
You
all
getting
we
ready
gotta
to
do
go
is
drop? Uh-oh, she going, y'all.
hey, we making this avocado toast, y'all.
Oh, uh-oh.
We gotta do this thing. We got our salsa. Hey. Mm, mm. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all see the cheap stuff is the good stuff. We
Oh
got
my
it.
goodness.
Hey. Mm, 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 mm. All right. We are
Oh
ready.
man.
We are ready. That's what I'm
Oh,
talking about. Hey,
oh man,
y'all.
this hilarious.
Yeah. And y'all see, this is how it works too. You don't get out of
Oh,
breath. You don't get tired. I mean, well, I
oh.
think you do a little bit, but that's all that comes with dancing. But yes, yes, yes.
Oh my goodness, that was real cool. That was good. That was good. That was so
Thank
good.
y'all. And then you
Oh
can drag us back to switch us places.
man.
Thank you, Sheila,
Oh man,
for
that's so
indulging
funny.
me.
Oh, that was so cool, Laquita.
Y'all, we have no excuses out here.
Ah,
Okay?
yeah.
None.
You know
This
what
is
else is
done.
good? The avocado toast with,
No.
you know me, I'm the egg queen. Avocado toast with a fried egg on top of it.
Okay, so wait. Let's talk about these eggs.
I
Stop.
know.
No, no, no. Let's talk about these eggs because y'all know I'm the person that says eat all the plants you can. However, I'm with you, Sheila. If you're going to eat an egg, eat a real one. Eat a whole
Mm-hmm.
egg. Don't eat these egg substitutes as far as okay,
Mm-mm.
so for me, I do eat just egg, but it's made from mung bean. So it's
Right.
made from a whole food. It's
Right.
not made from chemicals. So
Right.
that's what I'm saying. Eat whole food where you can. You have people going to McDonald's getting that crazy egg.
Oh God, the rubber.
Don't do it. But you know, at McDonald's, you can ask for a fried egg.
You
You can get a
can.
real egg at McDonald's.
Yep.
So,
They
y'all, we
don't tell that. They don't promote it, but if you know
right.
it, they'll do it. Yes.
Exactly. So this is all I'm doing for the finishing touch. I'm just gonna add a little bit of this vine ripe. Now that I know this cheap
Gotcha.
salsa is a good salsa.
Yes.
Mm-mm-mm. And I will add just like about a tablespoonful. I just throw some in there. I should have gotten a bigger container, but I'm famous for getting a tiny container, so it's fine. Not to mention the kids are going to go ahead and have some of this tonight, and then probably for breakfast in the morning. But
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people, like I said, the paleo people, the vegan people, they all talk about getting good fats. And so the carnivore folks talk about eggs being the good fat, like eat a real egg, get the best quality
Mm-hmm.
you can, but no matter what, a real one is better than that chemicalized, processed one. Y'all, don't do that. Oh, I'm gonna put in a little bit of salt, and we're done.
Yes, exactly. I'm sorry,
Go
Laquita.
ahead,
Yes, amen.
read that out
Yes.
loud.
It took me a long time to realize I was eating fake eggs from IHOP. Absolutely.
hmm Y'all, look, I put all this salt up here by accident. I'm gonna show you how to fix it. Just pour it off
What'd
and
you
just keep
do?
it off.
Oh, I see.
Because look, remember I told you this is for real a nutmeg container.
Yeah,
Hold on.
yes.
So since this is a nutmeg container, let me show you when you open it up. You can. It's so that I can get the whole nutmeg out and grate it because I like using the whole nutmegs.
Yeah.
So I'm
And
just
I know what you did.
right. So I'm just going to use this avocado shell and pour some of this salt back in there, and it's
Hmm.
on top, so I can literally
You
just get
can
the spoon.
scoop it out. There you
Boom.
go.
There
There
are
you
no
go.
mistakes, y'all. With cooking and food, you can always fix it.
There you
That's the
go.
nice part. Wow. So you know what? I'm so glad she mentioned that too about those fake
Yeah,
eggs.
absolutely.
Because people will have they will okay, I have a family member who shall remain nameless, but they would be they would eat at IHOP and then like break the speed limit getting home to run to the bathroom. If you got to do all of that, you know this food ain't no good.
Yeah.
But that's what the processed food is doing for us. So y'all, spring is in the air. Turn over
Spring
a
is in
fresh
the air. Spring is in the air. Yes, it is, Laquita.
so turn over a fresh new leaf. Get your salads in. And I'm not talking about green salads because y'all know I only got three good teeth left. I can't be chewing that salad. It take me too long to eat. I'm talking about like potato salad. Like I told you, I do eat. When I make my potato salad, I make it with onions, rutabagas, sweet potatoes, and of course potatoes too. But then I also like chickpea salad. I like, those three bean salads. I would
Mm-hmm.
put those like when you go to a salad bar, they have
Mm-hmm.
that three bean salad there. That's
Yes.
so nice. And a lot of times with these things, you don't have to. If you are eating a salad, and you add things like a three bean salad, you don't have to add dressing. So this is pretty much done. I'm just gonna
Look at
taste it.
that.
But yeah, this is like restaurant quality, y'all. Cilantro and everything. And I got to mention my faves, fruits and vegetables, every spread. I'm going to tell you how many points this is: avocado, onions. I ain't gonna count the cilantro, even though herbs are healing. Vegetables, they keep us straight. It's like food. They keep us wrapped up and running.
Mm-hmm.
But things like herbs, celery is an herb. Those types of things, they are healing. And so those are more like antibiotics and medicine, Tylenol and stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
anyways, avocado, onion. I'll count the tomato in the salsa. And that's three things, 15 points, because you get 5 points for every fruit and vegetable you eat. So if you count like that every day and you think to yourself, I'm already eating a fake egg. What can I add on to this to at least get me 5 points? What can I eat alongside of it? If I scanned with the Yuka app and I know that this Simply Orange ain't it, let me just
Mm-hmm.
slice up an orange. You know,
Right. Right.
it's
Correct.
it's easy. We can do better for ourselves and we really should
Yes.
because our insides will love us. I want to go back to what you were saying about diverticulitis. When you were saying that you had this issue, that went away by you changing your diet.
Yeah, well, basically, no one could locate what was going on in me because I was of my age. So no one looked for that. The doctors didn't
Mm.
even want to rule that out because they thought that was absolutely impossible for me to have that at the age that I was.
What, you were
And
too
so,
young for that, they thought?
yes, because they technically say diverticulitis is for older people. Most people that are up in age get that or whatever, and it's rare in terms of statistics for young people to have it. And after me having an episode and not knowing what it was, they still couldn't locate it. I called my friend, my best friend who works in the hospital and was close to a doctor, and she was like, "Tell them to check for diverticulitis." So the hospital was like, "Nah, she's too young." He said, "Tell him," just like that. Tell him. He got on the phone. Tell
Mm-hmm.
him, and exactly that's what it was. And so with that, they said if you have more than two episodes, they have to give you surgery.
And
And it
wait, did
was
you have surgery or no for that?
yes, yes, it was terrible. It was
They had to
terrible.
remove part of your colon?
Yes,
So wait, let me
a
say this
whole
just so
foot.
that people let me say this so
Yes,
that people kind of understand what diverticulitis is. Diverticulitis is where you get these pockets in your colon, like sinkholes. You know how in the street when you're driving and you get potholes and then things
right,
fall into those potholes.
right.
In our bodies, things like seeds. So if you're eating tomatoes,
Kernels,
cucumbers,
corn. Yep.
yes, kernels of corn. Those things will fall into those pockets, and now they're down there. And because this is your body, they aren't supposed to just stay there. So now they start to ferment. They start to do bad. They're sitting around doing what they ain't supposed to do.
Right.
You do have good bacteria, but the good bacteria is not there to grab
Reach it.
food
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, and like go scoop out and like you don't have that sort of construction
Mm-hmm.
system in your body.
Mm-hmm.
Bulldozers like that.
Mm-hmm.
So with diverticulitis, they will say, okay, we just have to remove this damaged section because they don't know that they can reverse it with diet and lifestyle. A lot of folks are talking about reversing things with diet and lifestyle. A lot of doctors now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, check out Dr. Ken Berry if you want a carnivore person saying, "Oh, you can reverse Alzheimer's and diabetes
Mm-hmm.
with diet and lifestyle." Check out Dr. Neil Barnard. If you're looking for a plant-based doctor, or Dr. T. Colin Campbell, Dr. Holistic is my absolute favorite right now. That's Dr. Bobby Price. That's a brother who's, I think he's in Atlanta right now because he grew up in Atlanta. He used to be a pharmacist. So
Mhm.
before, these doctors, though, were telling us that these things were reversible with food, they would just be cutting stuff out. That's
Yeah,
people
and
having
yeah,
tigers and
and
hysterectomies, anything wrong. They just be like, let's take it out. Lobotomies.
yeah. In my case, it was bad. In my case, I was fine the first time. I was treated with antibiotics, and then I was good. I was good, but it only suppressed it. And then they said, well, normally if you have two attacks, then they have to. And it got to the point where it was very painful, very, very painful. I actually was on a plane and had an attack. I was going to minister in Curacao, and I couldn't even, I
Wow.
was screaming. And with diverticulitis, that pain, you can't even touch a person. You can't hit a bump. You can't, it's
You said you were
the,
on a plane going where?
to Curacao.
And how far of a flight is that? Because Global Green Book, I know she'll travel around the world, and
Curacao is like 15 minutes from Aruba. So,
mm,
it's a pretty long flight to be sick and in pain.
yeah.
And it was really bad. So when I got back, the doctor took some x-rays, this, that, and other, and she said, well, this will be the best thing, and blah, blah, blah. And so that's why that explained a lot of it, of why I changed my diet. Now, mind you, I had not eaten pork, and I haven't had pork in 51 years. So it should tell you I haven't had pork, I haven't had beef in over 40 years, right?
Hmm.
So
But wait,
weight,
let me ask you, when
mhm.
when you came down with diverticulitis, though, were
I
you eating
wasn't,
pork at that
no,
time? Like, what were you
no,
eating at that time? What
just
types
real
of foods?
chicken. I guess the damage might have already been done, but I wasn't eating, no, not at all. I wasn't
But
eating
was it
any of
processed
that.
foods? Because you know how
Oh, definitely. It had to be. I was not eating healthy like how I eat now. I definitely wasn't eating, definitely was processed food. I cooked a lot, but a lot of what you cook is already jacked up. But
and it was
yeah,
coming out of boxes or cans, and that's where I'm saying, like, when we eat our whole foods, try to stay with fresh and frozen, because canned foods used to be the way. And you know what I mean? Like, I appreciate you, Global Green Book, for saying you look beautiful, because I ate so many canned foods. They would be on sale, and we would just get the whole case at a time, and we were drinking sodas for
yeah,
water.
I think a lot of us grew up, I mean, we wasn't a really bad eating family, but we did have a lot of, my mom always cooked dinner and everything, but at the same
Yep.
token, you eat junk, and I don't know, and everybody's body is different. So my body happened to not be able to handle whatever was going on. And then from
Hmm.
that point, then that's when, I started switching off with things. And then that's why I alluded to saying how I feel so much better. I don't suffer in my stomach anymore. I eat different. I feel different. The whole thing has changed for me. And I don't desire any meat. I don't desire anything, because
Hmm.
once you leave something alone for a certain, if you fast something out of your body for a while, you don't want it. When you go to taste it, you be like, oh,
Yeah. I'm just passing this sample. Eat a little at a time, because that's a lot on the spoon. Um, and let me know if it needs a pinch of salt, because Rambo Green Hands is here, and he's from Jamaica. Look, they can get their avocado straight
I
off the
see him
tree. I had
saying
to buy
one
mine
love.
from the store.
Yeah,
And we are at the end, so you're not late. You're just in time to see the finished product of this restaurant quality springtime mix of guacamole for chips and dip, for avocado toast, for a spread on a sandwich. A lot of times, if I'm making a sandwich instead of hummus, it doesn't need anything else. Y'all, I got the stamp of approval from the kids, so we are good to go. I'm gonna put the lid on and hand it to you, child. Okay, will that work? All right. Uh-oh. Let me tell you, I would not frown at anybody's plate, Anania, because you say I'm positive that you would frown at some of my plates. I stopped frowning at people's plates because, like I say, like you were just saying, Sheila, about, um, you said you weren't eating healthy, and some of the things you were eating were processed and whatnot. But, and like you said, that was just the way that we were trained. Even now,
yes,
like Rambo Green Hands, again, he's from Jamaica. He's in the UK right now. They don't have the fresh food like they had in the UK. In the UK, they don't have the same fresh food they had in Jamaica.
Jamaican, right,
The lifestyle was different. And I'm just speaking of the Jamaicans that I know. Okay.
right.
Um, I've only been to Jamaica once or twice on a short trip, but and I have friends from there and whatnot. I remember my dad went there for a week on a trip, a mission trip, because he was a pastor, and he talked about. I remember him talking about the freshness of the food. It was different, you know.
especially the fish. Oof.
And so like you're saying, so that's why even though you say I don't have a craving for meat or I don't have a craving for this, I'm like, but whatever you're eating, make sure it's still, and this sounds bad for the people that are ethically like don't eat animals, but if you're gonna eat a fish, make sure it does have the bones in it. Because if you're eeting a fish stick, child, you don't know what you're eating. Like I said, you might
Oh
be eating
yeah,
37
that's
different
so
fish,
true. That's so true.
like whatever
That's
was left in the net that they couldn't, do anything with. You know what I mean? They just processed it
yeah.
and was like, that's a fish stick, breaded
Like, yeah,
it.
don't throw that away. Let's come on, take that. We can kind of mix that up in the blender and then put some crust on it, some little bacon.
Yes,
Make a little
exactly.
fish stick for the people, and it'd be totally garbage.
Hmm. So I do want to go ahead and close because we did set our limits here tonight, y'all, and we said, okay, we're gonna go until Lady Navoa is here, and at least Lady Navoa is here. So now we know we got the green light. Food is different abroad, right? Because Global Green Book is all over the world, and that,
Yeah.
yeah, she knows. And so I do want to close in saying that these are just some of the foods that I had in my home that were fresh. And y'all see how wilted and pitiful this cilantro looks. I just put some into the guacamole. It didn't have any yellow spots. It's still fine. You can a lot of times put things in water, and because water is life, and that's what plants use, other than the light from the sun. Even after they're plucked, you can extend the lifetime of them. So, like a
Yes.
lot of people will do that, but I don't even do that. I just eat it when I get it. So that way, and I just eat it in different ways. So y'all,
This
all
was
I'm
good.
saying is find a new recipe. Spring is in the air. Find one that you like. Find a new recipe. And you mentioned going to restaurants earlier, Sheila. I definitely say go to restaurants, try something new, so that way you can figure out what you might want to try at home, like what you want to try to make fresh at home, not from a box, not from a package.
Right.
And a
Right.
lot of times, even the restaurants have fresher food than you realize because it's cheaper for them to buy fresh food than in a package. But not those IHOP eggs. Like what's the face? Auntie Nia said they was fake. Auntie, yeah, the eggs are fake unless you ask for a fried egg, right?
Unless you get for, you can ask for a real egg in IHOP. You can ask for a real egg, and they'll make a real egg. Because
Mm,
one thing I know, I'm the egg queen, so I know I spend a lot of money on my eggs, and I don't mind because you definitely taste the difference.
yes, I
You
used to
Yeah,
buy the higher grade as well. I can't
I
say that I
do.
tasted the difference. I think I was used to the good ones,
Oh,
but
I do. I mean,
mm,
if I eat one that's not like a high end, I know immediately. Like, even if I
mm,
go into a restaurant or something, it's now some of the restaurants say they have the type of eggs that I buy in the store, but you pay more, right? Because
right.
so many people are switching, and I'm the egg queen. Even like traveling all the places, the hotels, and people put me. They said, "Well, you got to take Pastor Sheila to breakfast. She the breakfast queen. You got to give her eggs."
Hmm.
So my
Hmm.
doctor just told me recently, could you let's try to do one egg white and one whole egg? I was like, I'll try. You
No,
know.
because you know what? Lady Navoa just said it. It's fake or something. And like she said, it's fake or something. We don't even know what else it might be. We know it's fake or something, and then we don't even know the something. Like, what else is in here? What's making it something? And also sending love and healing to you in your time of loss, sending my condolences to you, Lady Navoa. I know you have a lot going on right now. So sending prayers and blessings your way.
Amen.
Yeah.
Prayers are up. Prayers going up. Bless you and your family.
Hmm.
Egglands is good, but I don't even buy that anymore.
I used to get
Yeah,
them. Yep. I used to buy
they're not
eggland.
bad. Yeah,
Yep.
but like I said, don't mind me because I'm the egg girl. I'm the breakfast girl, and so it got to be perfect and it got to
So
be
wait,
right.
are you eating fresh, real, other than eggs, are you also eating anything that grew from the ground when you're eating these eggs?
Yes, I usually have a sliced tomato. I'll have some fruit on the side, on my plate with my eggs. I'll have, most times I don't eat toast or anything, and I'll have my tea, So I'll definitely have my fruit, and I'll have avocado all the time.
Mm,
That's all the time on my plate.
right.
Yeah. So, and because I don't eat a lot, so that takes the edge off, and then I'm good for for that portion of the day.
So, let's compare plates because you had all whole food, and me, I'm the person that's breaking out that bread, child, processed. You know what I mean? So again, everybody says it's better to have whole than processed. And for me, I'll have the avocado on toast, or with chips.
Yes.
Process,
Yes.
process, process. So that's where we're saying, y'all, get yourself together and just
Just
get your
kind of
whole
work
foods
it out.
in. That's
Right.
it. Get all the
Right.
real food in, all the whole food. Get it in, y'all. It's good for you. And again, spring is in the air. Everybody want that summer body. You want to be tight. You want to be right. You want to have knees like mine. Okay.
Yeah,
You want
I
to be,
definitely want. I don't know if we can. I can revert back to your knees, Laquita.
you can.
No, not this right leg that this car hit.
That's
This
true.
car, the
That's
car
true.
messed me up really bad. This right knee, this right leg is like
Mm,
forever damage. It's always something going on, pain,
yeah.
swelling, whatever.
Injuries
But
are different. But
yeah,
injuries over time, food will still heal those injuries as well. So, but it's
yeah.
been it's been a good night tonight. I
This
appreciate you
has
all coming.
been good. This has been really nice. We thank you all for being here. Those of you that are sitting in the balcony, in the bleachers, or maybe you bought an expensive ticket and you're in the orchestra seat. Thank you so much for being here. I'm hoping that you would do this for us. That would be a wonderful thing if you would do that. If you would do that. So we
Thumbs up,
got to
y'all.
thumbs up. We got to run out of here. We're going to exit right now. We're going to exit with a little beat, and then we're going to move on out because my sister here and I have another situation we got to go to.
Oh yeah,
All
we're
right.
going somewhere else.
We got Von Eric coming at you right now.
Ooh, that's his music. I love it. This is Von Eric's music. I know your music, man. It's back. Hey.
All right.
I'm probably going to have some bread, Lady Navoy. That's good that you're cutting back. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Von Eric, for this track.
You got to get the 90s cracking there.
All right, we got to clap it out because Laquita's here, so she likes to clap it out. So we're going to clap it out. Come on, clap it out, clap it out, clap it out.
You got to get that twist clapping there. I had tambourine. Painting.
What you showing? What you showing? What you showing? Was that a book? Was that a book?
No, I was playing tambourine with a
You're
painting.
playing okay, play the tambourine, sis. Play the tambourine. Da, 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 da.